Hi there, my name is Sarah Pirie-Nally, and I wanted to share a little tool that I developed, goodness, over a decade ago now when working in big businesses and teaching design thinking. And one of the problems that we faced was we got to a point where we were no longer in a problem space of not having enough ideas. We actually had a new problem, and that was we had too many ideas. And I know that this isn't a unique problem, that a lot of organizations, small businesses, larger businesses, even solopreneurs have that problem that they hit where they realize that they actually have too many ideas. And so I developed a little tool, which I'm going to share with you now, to help prioritize ideas and help figure out, which ideas should we actually bring to life. And the beauty of design thinking is that obviously part of the process is to stimulate creativity and get really clear on what problem we're trying to solve and who we're trying to solve it for. So within this experience, we are going to continue to focus on the people that we're trying to solve for and make sure that we are solving the right problems at the right time and that we're costing those up as we go so that we can actually see how feasible, viable, and desirable that is. So I've got a little bit of a welcome here, just explaining what this whole experience is in terms of ideas. And I like to sort of start with an idea pipeline. So we've got all these different ideas, everything from lead magnets in our business, to creating a podcast, to launching, excuse my little spelling mistakes here, to launching a business retreat in Fiji. You get the idea. As you go through, you'll actually explain what that is. So this is marketing material. This is marketing activity. This is going to be an event. We'll kind of go through and add those up. And then what you want to do is like, who's this for? Who's the user group? Who's the customer group impacted? Um, this is like the ideal customer, right? So these are new, old. Typing today is awful. Podcast, again, seeking to connect with those people, launching a business retreat, existing and new ideal customers. And it's nice to just at this point actually have a moment to go, well, who is the business or the product owner? This one is me. These ones in my business, it's Steve. And then we're going to get a score of an idea. So, see, I can't help myself. I've got to edit things as I go. We will go with our idea one, which was the lead magnets. And we're going to ask, does this meet the user's requirements? Well, that's part of the product development, right? To make sure that you're actually creating a lead magnet that's going to help customers. But the idea is viable. We know that lead magnets work. We know that for our business, it's a good idea to do. It's going to be cheap and cost effective. I'm excited by the idea of trying it. I know that it's going to be worthwhile for our business. And my gut feel is that it's a good idea. Um, so I'm getting a total of 33 there. Then we're also looking on the other side. So we want to also make sure that we just balance that one out. So I'm getting a total score of 33 on this first idea of lead magnets. The idea of launching a podcast. Now, it does. My ideal customers, I think, would absolutely love this. And like my gut feel is that it would be absolutely amazing. It's viable, like it's actually super viable, because it's something that is able to be executed really quickly. I've even got a podcasting studio in my apartment building. It's exciting. I think the idea is worthwhile. My gut feel on it is that it's a really good idea. So I'm going to get like a 29 there. Um, Launching the business retreat in Fiji. Let's just give this one a go. So we know that Fiji retreat, we've done it before. It's a great idea. It's super desirable. It's easy for us to do. It's pretty exciting. We know it's worthwhile. Our gut feel is that it's going to be amazing. And because we've got heaps and heaps of experience in designing these experiences, that's going to give us a 35. So, I would set up some really simple little sums to give myself, or just equal, just link this just so that I can get my scores of my ideas. I'm just in the middle of fleshing this out so that I could share it with you guys. So I'll probably end up with a little bit more Oh, that's the business retreat one. I'll go the podcast and then the business retreat. At a very, very basic level, what this does, you can see that it's stuffed up there, but we've gone into our idea pipeline and we are doing the business retreat. At a very, very basic level, it actually helps me prioritize that launching this business retreat in Fiji is actually getting the highest score here. Weirdly, I actually thought today what I was going to focus on was the lead magnets, and they're still scoring really, really high. And I probably would have gone podcast next and then maybe the business retreat. So this is just a lovely way to actually check in using those proven techniques around feasibility, viability, what the actual customer wants to give yourself just a really quick rinse of all of the ideas. And of course, you can put your whole product catalog in there, which I might just do now. And then do this one. So I can now, run this for my entire product catalog and actually figure out where should I be focusing right now. And obviously I can tidy that up and make sure all the fonts are the right thing for all my fellow OCD people. So that gives me like a good bit of an idea in terms of my pipeline, and I'm getting this score of ideas. So when I then seek to prioritize ideas, I might choose to bring across into the delivery zone, the ideas that I'm ready to actually really get focused on. And at any one time, you want to be making sure that everything in the delivery zone is actually being worked on. So things in the idea pipeline that have been prioritized will only make it to the delivery zone once they've got their score. So, if something, let's just say, actually, this is a good one because I really like this one. I really, really like this course, this thing that we created, the MVP. I absolutely love it. So it's exciting for me. I think it's worthwhile. My gut feel on it was pretty high. It was really easy for us to create, and it was something that, yeah, was super easy to bring to market. We hadn't tested at the time the two other points of it being the customer's needs and the desirability of the actual experience. So, what we found is that the idea hasn't fully resonated with customers, and the idea hasn't fully felt resonate like a resonance for customers. And so, this particular idea gets a 16, which, like, is so funny because I was really excited about it. But when I put it through that pipeline, I'm able to see like maybe not such a great idea. So I'll take that score of 16 and I'll just pop that onto that one. And then do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that little MVP idea and I'm going to put it into the Wonder Zone. Now, the thing about this, just going to switch this around because we want that to be really easy to turn on. The thing about this is that it's really hard when you've fallen in love with an idea to kill it. I should have a kill zone actually. Let's do that now. Just add a kill zone because there are some ideas that should be killed. In fact, we'll just duplicate this and actually make that the kill zone. Delete this one. You absolutely should kill some ideas, but some ideas are just, it's not that they need to be killed. It's just that they are actually not ready to be born. And I actually love in Rick Rubenstein, what I think his name is. In his book, he actually talks about the seeds. It's a really beautiful conversation around like ideas. And as a design thinker, we often talk about like ideas. So the Wonder Zone for me is like, it's not just like the waiting room for ideas. It's a beautiful, nourishing pink space where like beautiful ideas that we fell in love with once, like my minimum viable parenting course, can go because just because it isn't necessarily an idea that's resonated now doesn't mean that it's an idea that's never going to resonate. And so the idea of the wonder zone is that I can put things there. It's a bit like in your wardrobe when you go, I've bought this dress, I've never worn it. Like I've gone to put it on a couple of times, but I just haven't quite I know I love the dress. I love the dress because I bought the dress. The dress looks good on, but it just hasn't quite been the dress. So the dress goes to the wonder zone. Little box on the top of the wardrobe. This is what you do with the ideas in your business. You pop them into the wonder zone. So we've got an opportunity to ask ourselves across these different factors. Now, these are super proven in design thinking. We often ask, is the idea viable, desirable, feasible? But I quite like looking at exciting, worthwhile, gut feel, and that question around, does it actually meet the user's requirements? I know that that sort of usually sits in desirable. But I've actually seen products that are super desirable not actually fit the user's requirements when you go to market. And so I've added that one in because just through lots and lots of experience, that tends to be a really interesting one. Like I said, with that MVP, when we actually tested it, people are like, I don't really need this or want this right now. But actually, we have done business retreats in Fiji before, and just more recently, when we started talking about doing another one, our users, our customers have validated that idea very, very quickly with lots of really amazing feedback about how excited they are. And so obviously I'm giving it 0 weightings on that sort of thing. So this is to be used like outside of whatever project management tools you use, whatever design tools you use. It's for me a space I go when I need to get clear. As you've seen, I've just like been tinkering around and kind of adding things as I go because I was actually taking an old one that I had built for a client and modifying it for my own business, but I was also modifying it because I'm going to be providing it to our mastermind today in one of our talks. And I will also be making this available as an awesome little lead magnet for you guys. You know what a lead magnet is. It's I'm giving you something so you can experience our wonder, our joy, and then you can decide if you want to do more with us. And the more with us is, we've got our business retreats, we've got our mastermind, we've got our coaching, and we've got our community. And we share a whole heap of different things so that you can get to know us and decide if you'd like to get a little bit more serious. So hopefully that has been as valuable and fun for you as it has been for me over the years to use and to implement into organizations. It is something that, as a qualified hypnotherapist, as a behavioral scientist, as a design thinking expert, I've got a lot of frameworks and research and validated and proven techniques that I weave into these experiences. So please use them, give me feedback, let me know what you're seeing that I don't. I absolutely love when we can take that through into making things better. And let me know what you think of this. Take care. Bye.